Hey everybody, I'm Sam and you're watching Kitchen Table for July 27th, 2025. Welcome to our remodeled, reimagined studio kitchen space. If you watch our show weekly, you might notice that things look a little bit different. And for a couple of reasons. One, I just wanted a nicer look in here. And also a lot of acoustic measures have been put in place so that this dining room of mine acts a little bit more like a sound studio. So hopefully we'll have a little bit better sound quality in here as we go forward. And if it doesn't get better after recording this video, why, I'm going to work on it some more. So there you go. This is our weekly check-in where I share with you what's going on at my kitchen table as well as the kitchen table around the LGBTQ plus fishbowl. And the first part that we always talk about is the meme of the day. And today's meme on our social media out there, which is all of the major food groups, is woke is good. Now, it seems like it goes without saying, but the reality is the word woke has been turned into a dirty word, or at least there is a large group of people out there that have tried to use this word against the good people of this country. And it bears discussing the actual definition of this word for those who actually read. And I'll read it to you just in case you're one of those people that don't read. The definition of woke is aware of and actively attentive to important societal facts and issues, especially issues of racial and social justice. This means that you are aware of other people around you, that you're not the only person on the planet. It means that you're aware, or you try to make yourself aware of the struggles that other people have that aren't you. It means that you have empathy and you care about other people. Jane Fonda said it best earlier this year. Being woke just means you give a damn about people. And I might have the words wrong, but you get the idea. As we delve into this, I just want to list a few words here that fall into the umbrella of woke. Empathy means you care about people. You have feeling for other people. Love, you love other people. You have the capability of loving other people. Action, you take action when there's something wrong out there that somebody is being affected by. Selfless, it means you're not a selfish asshole. Woke. Respect means you show respect for other people, whether you understand them, whether you know them, whether you understand their culture or not, you show them respect. Humility. It takes humility to be empathetic, to love, and to sometimes try and understand and learn about things that you don't understand, or maybe things that hit you as a little bit off at first. It takes humility to not think you're on top of the world and that you're right and everybody else is wrong. Open-mindedness, that goes with the last one. Being woke is being open-minded, being willing to learn about other cultures, learn about other people and the struggle that they have. Fairness. If you have a position of power, if you have a platform, fairness is treating all people at the same level of respect, equity, equality, giving them the same leg up if you're handing those out. Vigilance. Vigilance against those who might be out there trying to put down the downtrodden, push them down, keep them down, or treat them badly. Curiosity. Being woke is being curious about other people, their culture, the shoes they walk in, the miles they walk. Being informed. Well, that's the opposite of being ignorant, isn't it? And most of the people that think woke is not a good thing are pretty ignorant. Not only do they not read, or that they just eat everything they're fed by their places where they get information. Being informed requires that you gather information from a variety of sources, even the ones that might scare you or that you don't understand, so that you have a nice, well-rounded view of things. Unity. Being woke is practicing unity with people that may not be exactly like you, right? And practicing unity with people that need help, that need assistance, that need to be part of the family. It's just part of being open-minded and having a big tent and bringing other people in and making them feel welcome. And the last thing I put down here as a note is that God created all of us equally. We honor God when we regard everyone with the same value that He does. Pretty simple. And when somebody calls you woke, oh, they're just woke. Say thank you, because it's a good thing. So there is our meme of the day. And we're going to follow that up with some good news. Andry Hernandez was freed from the CECOT prison last week. 32-year-old makeup artist Andry Hernandez and the other illegally disappeared Venezuelan detainees were returned to their home country last week. Andry was warmly welcomed by his small town, friends, and family. And while he did flee that location and come to the United States, he was welcomed back there, and he's now in a much safer place than the CECOT prison. Whether or not his future path involves getting back to the United States and picking up where he left off in his process, we don't know, but I'm just so happy. It made me happy to see that he and all of the other people that had been detained the way they were have been released. Now we're going to talk about sort of another segment here called life work, and just sort of a thing that I've learned in my life. I'm 56, and when you are a gay, lesbian, or transgender person in this world, we don't necessarily have the same family structures. We don't necessarily have the same structures that traditionally heterosexual people have when it comes to things like our final wishes. Think about if something were to happen to you today, who would be picking up the pieces behind you, and what things are you putting out there to equip them with making that easier? And to give you an example, I have a husband, a gay marriage. Now, granted, that is legal in my state, and so because we're married, there are a lot of automatic things that come into play if something were to happen to me or happen to him. But I have a business. I have a corporation. I have a couple of YouTube channels that kick out a paycheck every month. I've got a lot of little details that if something were to happen to me, those things need to be grabbed a hold of and taken care of. That paycheck that comes every month and lands in a business account, my partner would need to know where that's at. And if something were to happen to both of us, someone, presumably one of our family members, would need to know where that's at and what to do with it. I have a big fat file locked in a safe place that has basically, it's called If I Die. And it's got all of the information in it that enables my husband or one of my family members to figure everything out, basically. And it's got a nice little note in there too that talks about I love you and what a wonderful path this has been. And so this is just a reminder. Those of us in the gay community really need to pay attention to this, because some places where we live, it may not be automatic. It may not be clear to everybody. And especially if we have a long-term partner or a boyfriend or a girlfriend that we live with, and maybe you've been together for a really long time, and you two might feel that you're married. You might treat each other like you're a partnership, but if you're not legally connected, you need documentation like a will or a trust or something that enables you, your wishes, for them to have your assets to be in place. Because there are a lot of gray areas, and we've all heard horror stories where a gay couple, one of them has passed on, and their partner was left out in the cold because the family rushed in and was able to grab a hold of everything because there were no final wishes written out and put into some kind of a legal will or final wishes. And the last thing on my list here is have a list of emergency contacts and powers of attorney in place. In my own home, in the inside of a bathroom cabinet door, I've got a list of emergency contacts. And that's there if something were to happen to me medically and I was not with it and I couldn't answer questions, and say paramedics were here and they're looking through my medicine cabinet to see what I might have been taking or what they do, because if something happens to you, they go through your house and they look for things to try to give them clues as to why you're not with it. There are numbers there. And if that goes further down the road, if something happens and somebody strange comes into my house, there's a list of emergency contacts that's my immediate family or friends and so on. So it's just important to think about these things. Our family and friend circles tend to be a little bit more fractured and less direct. And so it's just helpful because we love the people around us. We want to make their lives as easy as possible if they're suddenly left to pick up our pieces and figure out what's going on and how to deal with things. And it's just important to do for the ones you love out there. So there's that. Moving on to something a little bit more fun and maybe less serious. Sock Monkey always makes coffee taste so good. Queer Spaces. There is a new place in Las Vegas, and it's actually not a new place. It's just a reopened place. The Bent In Lounge Bar in downtown Las Vegas. This is a historic location, which means an old part of town, LGBTQ plus friendly resort that you can go and stay at. And it's sort of private. It's adult only. They've just reopened after a lot of construction. They had some legal challenges around their construction and they had to shut for a while. So if you're in Las Vegas, you're probably familiar with them. It's gay owned and the owners are former owners of the Escape Resort and Desert Paradise in Palm Springs. At current, it's the only gay resort in Las Vegas. And so the pictures that you can see on their website make it look really nice. I've not been there, but it's a place that I want to go. And I'm just a believer that we need to support our queer spaces. If you look at their website, check out the rates. The rates are actually pretty good. I mean, they're for Las Vegas, some of those rates that you can see on their rooms are actually less than Motel 6. Now, there might be a reason for that. I haven't been there, but the pictures certainly paint a very nice picture. So last week, I was waxing eloquent about Palm Springs leather and how great it was going to be and how I wanted to go. Well, I talked myself into it. And shortly after I got done filming this, I sat down and I reserved my room. I got my tickets. And so my husband and I are going to Palm Springs leather come this fall. And so we're really looking forward to that. You can see the website link right there on the screen and it's down below in the information section if you too want to learn more about that. Palm Springs leather. But the big event I want to talk about this week is Wet Oso Weekend at Padre Island in Texas. This looks like so much fun. This is the weekend of September 4th through 7th. It's by the RGV Bears. Big bear group down there in the Rio Grande Valley. They do a couple of big events every year. This is one of them. And this is basically a weekend of bears in the sun at the beach and dance parties and all kinds of fun. I mean, just look at that. Yum. They are great fun guys and they really put a lot of fun into this. And a lot of the guys from Mexico come up as well because this is right down on the border down near Brownsville, Texas. This looks like a lot of fun. Wet Oso Weekend, wet bear. Oso is Spanish for bear. Woof. Woof. And so the website's there, website's down below. I highly encourage you to check this out. Yeah. And so it is a bit of a fly to get down to this place because it is a small airport. There are very few direct flights to where you have to go here. And that's okay. If you want to drive, you can go down to Dallas, you can go down to Austin or somewhere like that, San Antonio, and then drive the rest of the way because it is down right on the Gulf Coast, the Gulf of Mexico, I'll point out. Oh, man. And so that's it. That seems so fast. Did I miss something? No, that was everything. So maybe it was longer than I think. I didn't have to sit and listen through it. Anyway, I love all of you so much, and I hope our new studio situation here looks and sounds better than it did before. If you want to see our latest video, you can see that right there. Better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel right there. We really need a lot of subscriber support to get this off the ground. Either way, stay tuned.